So, it's been a long week. I'm going to tell you, it's episode 5 out of 30, Road to Romaniacs. Before I get into it, I'm going to tell you, I'm doing more on a dirt bike than I ever planned on doing. Just elaborate on that. In 2021, around April, May, when I first switched to dirt bike riding, me and Maria were living stationary in Phoenix at the time. We're in the Valley, Arizona, and I was getting my front fork suspension resprung for my weight. First time ever doing that. Like, even on sport bikes, I just get on and go. Never had any. Probably the most important thing you should start off with done. So KTM Tom, he helped me out with that. Oh, I accidentally hit the throttle on the car. Oh my goodness. So with that said, I told KTM Tom, hey, my goal is I want to become a slightly better than average amateur enduro dirt bike rider. And it took me a few years to get to that limit, to where there was a couple of races that I finished overall, not my age group, not amateur 40 or B40, but overall out of all the B riders, I finished in the top half, like above average. So I met my goal. I think it took me two and a half years. And I felt pretty good about that. Now, when I first started riding dirt bikes, I told Maria, I do not want to take it as serious as I did when I rode sport bikes, whenever I got serious about it. I couldn't just go out on my motorcycle and ride. I had like a routine, for one. I had to put on all my race leathers, make sure I'm hydrated and everything before I go. I had a plan. Like, I wasn't just going to Starbucks now. I had a plan. I'm going to do this, do that. There was a routine involved. My bike had to be clean, because I had to inspect it first, and that was my way of cleaning it. You have a clean bike, you had your hands all over it. Like, it was a whole process. I took riding motorcycles back then really serious, and since then I got more serious about riding dirt bikes than I ever planned on doing it. Now, I don't have any regrets. I feel proud of myself for what I've done and how far I've come. So this is where I'm at. So talk about, as in the title, what I did last week, what I did this past weekend, what I have planned coming up. So I'm going to tell you why I may get a little irritated at sometimes along this Road to Romaniacs, because it's more than just Road to Romaniacs, Red Bull Romaniacs for me. Some people ask me about the cost of this. I was going to wait to share it, but the cost of this is through the roof. It's more than I got, I can tell you that, but I'm making it happen. First thing, dirt bike. It's roughly $14,000 for your top of the line 2-stroke hard enduro dirt bike. I had to get a dirt bike because I had to be familiar with the platform that I'm going to be racing on in Romania, that I'll be renting there. So dirt bike, that's $14,000. Now you want to build it to exceed your riding level. So I went way above my riding level. I had help from a non-profit veterans organization, Project Enduro for Veterans. They helped me build a professional bike build. That roughly $6,000. That's safety parts, that's performance parts, that's extra set of rims, that's a good set of gummy tires. So yeah, that's that. So you're talking about the bike, $14,000 alone. You put another $6,000 on top of that. You're at $20,000 invested right there, just for the tool that you're going to be practicing on to use when you go to Romania. Now, the Romania, the race itself, entry fee's $3,000. I'm just going to lump it all into one total. To race Romaniacs, you can probably do it as cheap as $6,000, or on the high end spectrum, $10,000. I figure I'm going to be, before it's all said and done with, around $7,500. That includes the airfares, that's your hotel, that's the full race support, the bike rental, the race entry fee, everything all lumped into one. You want to buy, you got to have 4 days worth of gear, unless you plan on them washing and wearing the same thing over and over again. So right there, that puts you, main reason I'm serious when people make some, like, I understand joking, I'm kind of a serious person, but when they joke on my feed, it's like I can't joke. Like I'm so serious about my goal on Romaniacs. One is because of the time and the money that's gonna be invested. $20,000 in the bike, $7,500 for the race. So you're talking roughly $27,000, pretty much. Can you do it cheaper? Yeah. But I didn't have a bike to begin with, and I sure as hell didn't have a professional type bike build. So that's that. I ain't gonna talk about that anymore. I just wanted people to see kind of where I'm coming from. Road to Romaniacs is more than just Road to Romaniacs. It means a lot to me for several reasons. So last week, rode up to St. George on a Monday morning. Got there about lunchtime, and Jeff from Project Enduro Racing, he's got his shit together. He's got the facilities to do it. He's done, I don't know, he was able to name off the bike builds he's done. It was probably 15 or more. Like he's done a lot of bike builds. He had his routine. First thing we do, we get there, we take out all the parts from the boxes, lay them out on the garage floor. It's categorized into controls, performance, bike protection, rims, tires, everything. He's got a system, so that's the first thing we did. Hey, Waylon, you do that. So I'm doing that, and honestly, I don't even know what he's doing. He's on the other side of this two-car garage, probably like equivalent to a 3-car garage. But anyway, he's doing his own thing. I guess he's probably getting all the tools necessarily ready. He's categorizing. All the old stuff's going to go over here. All the new stuff's over there. Nuts, bolts. Not going to use these nuts and bolts. You can save them. These are extra parts. That type of thing. So that process started Monday around lunchtime, and it didn't end really until he had a planned small group ride for us on Wednesday around 10 a.m. Even then, I wasn't really ready. Like my last step, I wasn't able to put my GoPro on the fender like I wanted. I put it on this little 45-degree angle on a vest, and it didn't record the video. But that's another story. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, non-stop bike building. We got up 6 o'clock every morning, and we weren't finished until well into the afternoon. That first Monday, like, man, I ain't worked that hard in years. Like, I tell Maria all the time, like, I respect her. Like, I can do all this serious, like, intense stuff for a couple of hours, but to stay on your feet for 12 hours of shifts like she does, I can't do that anymore. Like, so the bike build is a true test for me. Just being steady going, doing stuff. It felt good, but it was challenging, you know. So we got the bike build Wednesday, rushed to get ready to go ride 10 a.m. Me, Jeff, and another U.S. Hard Enduro riders, Amateur 40. We go on a ride, and they're in Warner Valley. Hey, Mr. Klein. So we're going to ride here in Warner Valley, and it was a good ride. Got probably about 2 hours into it. Had one tough hill climb coming up, and I managed to be the first one up it. You know, I felt kind of lucky. Like, all right, bike's awesome. I'm not even used to the new gearing, not used to the clutch friction zone, any of that stuff yet. But yet I was still able to get up to be the first at this steep incline. So it felt pretty good. One of the guys had bike mechanical problems. He had to bail out, so it just left me and Jeff. So luckily, who comes up out of nowhere? This guy named Trent. He's silver class Romaniacs past race participant. Well, he didn't participate. He got hurt a week before racing in one of their local races, but he's still more than capable rider. So he joins us. So it's the three of us. We do about another hour or two of riding. Man, he's showing me stuff that you see Rich Larson doing and all these pros. on YouTube, all these skills and stuff. But it's one thing to see it on video, but to be right there, like 1 foot away from you, you see and hear everything he's doing. You can look at what his hands, feet's doing, all that stuff. So knowledgeable. Man, I'd get in a bind and he would immediately stop me and just, hey, do you mind, you know, very respectful, hey, you mind me showing you how to do this the easier way, whether it be me doing the wrong technique or whatever, which was the case. So he'd get on my bike, get me out of this situation, turn around, and then put the bike back in the same place where it was at, and it's kind of like, hey, now you do it. So it was a great learning experience, even though it was kind of rushed to get ready to do it. So that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday bike build. I had an awesome group ride on Wednesday in St. George, Utah, Warner Valley area. So I spent the night Thursday, because I'm not driving back from St. George after it's a pretty good group ride, being exhausted. So Jeff lets me stay another day at his house. Thursday morning I head back to Arizona, and I get back there in the afternoon. I don't do anything the rest of the day. Friday, spent all day, got up early. You know, after you go to a race or an event like we just, you know, or the bike build, the inside of the truck's like a hurricane. So rearrange the truck, get everything squared away and neat in order, and then get ready to do it all over again, because King of Motos, the Moto Madness event, is taking place the next day on a Saturday and Sunday. So I still got a couple of things to do. I needed to check all the nuts and bolts on the bike, and I wanted to clean the bike up good, which I've never cleaned. I haven't cleaned the bike that good since the sport bike days. As long as it's been sprayed off, then I consider that visually inspected. But I spent time cleaning it where I should have been taking a couple of moose balls out of my rear tire. So like I said, the bike build was in a rush. I think I ended up changing about 5 tires that day, almost more than I've changed the whole time I've been riding. But when I was changing the rear that's on there that I was going to be using for the King of Motos, I didn't think in my mind like, well, I'm going to be using this. I'm actually got to set this rear tire up to use it. So I had too many moose balls in there, too many to be exact, maybe even 3. So King of Motos, man, I was spinning all over the place. It was high revs. A couple of who I consider elite people, a couple of Romaniacs guys, they reached out to me and told me, oh, why are you riding such high RPMs? You know, spinning all over the place. Well, part of it was tire, wrong tire setup. So King of Motos, had a great time. Just wasn't able to ride as good as I would have wanted to, but still a great time. I did end up, I haven't done anything the past 2 days. Monday and today, I haven't really done anything physical. I strained my back, my lower back, and I did the same freaking thing last year, the last day of King of Motos race. I know how I did it. I know how to prevent it last time. It was hiking the bike down. So when you're hiking the bike down, like, there's a technique to it. You're not just hiking your bike down. I would always try to kind of put the seat up underneath my arm, because I was thinking I want to weight the rear tire. So even though the engine's off, I'm dragging the rear tire. I want it to have as much grip as I can. Meanwhile, while I'm on the left side of the bike, I'm modulating the front brake lever, and whenever I want to ease forward and walk down the hill with my bike, I'll use the friction zone of the clutch to let the rear tire spin freely. Well, not freely, but slowly, and walk down. Well, it's happened before, and I've just been lucky, but this particular time, you know, if you slip, if your footing slips, then you got that whole weight of your bike that's kind of leaned up against you, and you're going down. You can't let go of the bike. If you let go of it, it's going to hurt you even more. It's just going to land on you. So instead of letting go of it, when you slip, I try to catch it, you know, and it would have been fine if you try to catch it and bend at your knees, you know, the whole thing, you know, don't lift with your back, lift with your legs type thing. Well, it's the same concept. When you're hiking a bike down, if you are holding it in the manner that I was holding it, you got to let your feet kind of absorb some of that the weight of the bike. Well, I tried to catch it with my back and lean forward and just strain my back. I'm good after just chilling for 2 days. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll be good in another 2 days. I'll be hopefully 100%. We'll see, because I do have some riding coming up. So my lesson I learned with that, when I'm hiking a bike, I don't think I'm gonna have it leaning against my body anymore. I'm gonna have it upright, and I'm gonna have a small gap, you know, between me and the bike. Because that way, if I slip or something, I'm just let it go. Like, that's why you put all those parts on that bike, the protective parts. Like, just let it go. Like, it ain't no trophy. Like, you ain't worried about it breaking. Well, you're worried about it breaking, but you ain't worried about it being all shiny and everything, scratchless. So that was one of the lessons I learned about that. Like, forget that bike. Like, don't hold it up against you. If you're walking it down, need to let go of it. So King Motors, it was great. Got a lot of video clips. Learned a couple of things. That was my major thing, is to prevent me from getting hurt. So got back Sunday afternoon from Johnson Valley, California, King Motors event, and I haven't done anything. My truck looks like a hurricane still inside of it. All my riding gear, everything's still in it. Bike's dirty, haven't washed it, haven't cleaned it, covers on it, but I haven't done anything physical. Tomorrow I'm gonna go for my first hike back into my routine, wear my 4-pound ankle weights, my atmosphere mask, set it for 8,000 feet. Hiked a 5-mile loop. It's 1,000 feet elevation gain up, 1,000 down. Usually takes about 2 hours. It's a slow crawl, especially when you got that atmosphere mask on. So if all goes well, I'll do some weight training that afternoon, but I might have to wait till Wednesday. So other than this week, just trying to get back into muscle routine, trying to get back my physical fitness and get back to 100%. Going to Arizona Friday afternoon. I'm leaving to go back to Arizona, around the Phoenix area. I'm going to spend the night with a buddy named AJ Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Saturday, I'm going to be doing it's a legit hardcore group ride with Ali Sin. Anybody in Arizona, y'all probably know him or know of him. He's US hard enduro rider, plus he does the enduro cross events as well. Amazing rider, you know, I look up to him. So yeah, Saturday, hard, difficult ride. Sunday, I know I'm gonna be aching and sore a little bit from that ride, but I'm going on, the Ghost Riders Club has a Christmas ride. I'm not part of the group. Like, I was friends with all of them before they became a group. So yeah, that's that. I'm looking forward to riding with old friends and seeing them. Yeah, for the chill ride. Last year, I think they probably had about 50 people on this ride. Huge group ride. But there's a lot of good friends. People that I first started riding with. So looking forward to Sunday doing that. Coming back Monday morning and really focusing on my workout routine. And hopefully then back to a schedule for several weeks where I just ride once a weekend. And that's it. Like, my cardio is my weakest link, and I say it all the time because I used to hear it all the time. Still do. Cardio is king, and that's my greatest weakness. I think it's because of my 2014 accident. So I'm gonna keep working on that. And next Monday, do another update to let you know if all these things I mentioned happened and how they turned out. So till then, that's it. That's that. Hope to catch y'all then. I'll post this on my YouTube channel as well, and keep putting up them video clips of pretty much it's me riding, but it's of other riders. That's what I enjoy doing the most, just showing everybody else clips of themselves riding. So that's that. Thank y'all for listening. Catch y'all next week. Later.